Greetings, everybody, and welcome to a new episode of A Tale of Dice, which is us playing Pathfinder 2nd Edition, once again, on the Sunday. I think if you're watching us right now, it's because you had like the notification that we went live, so that means that you've seen us before already, so this should be logical to you. If not,
What's
hello,
wrong with you?
welcome. It's weird. But I think you'll manage. I think you'll manage to get the gist of what we are doing here.
We're gonna play a game.
We're gonna play a game.
And it's called Pathfinder, and it involves killing Melo.
Ooh,
Yeah.
I like the last part.
That's the main thing.
Wait,
That's the main thing.
we're playing Pathfinder?
Yes.
I created a Call of Cthulhu character. Shit.
It's been like a year now, Crystal.
I did my
Oh, for
text.
real?
mistake.
I thought we were playing D&D. No, it's
We're-
my mistake.
Now this makes so much sense.
I thought
So
it was
much
a financial stream. I did my taxes, man, for this.
I thought we were gonna
Okay.
we're gonna talk about Dogecoin.
So many things we could do, but the only thing that we are actually going to do is play this beautiful game of Pathfinder 2nd Edition. Not even the first, but second.
Yeah, it's the
So-
better one.
With this very humid, very hot day in our backs, let us kick this Sunday's stream off with a question that I've been asking you every week for a very long time, which is, shall we play a game?
Hey. Hey, hey, hey. Hey, hey, hey.
You guys again. We're back live, by the way.
Very well. So, to jump into tonight's game, without further ado, last we left off, our heroes, known as the Pack, were undergoing some very personal business. You see, the reason that Iroh, in the beginning stages of his adventure, actually left home was to find his long-lost friend Dagwood. And now, during your adventures, he has gathered a couple of hints, a couple of pointers that should push all of you into Dagwood's way, to once and for all uncover why Dagwood disappeared, what was wrong with him, and hopefully uncover how you guys can help him. To do so, you did have to take care of some other business, though, which you have now concluded. The gathering of some research materials was needed to allow your powerful friends to transport you to the destination that you are seeking, where Dagwood is seen. With all of these samples under your belt, you guys are now traveling as the dawn is upon all you into the town of Riverclear once again. Here, you have a little bit of business to conclude, to drop off these samples for the guild, to, at that point, uncover a small apparatus in the form of a Rubik's Cube with a square button up top, which, when pressed, should transport you to the town near which Dagwood was last seen. So, as the cart rolls through the grass-covered hills into the town of Riverclear, you guys make your way to the beachhead of said town Riverclear, where the beautiful Azure River flows vagrantly, and already you can see that the many fishing vessels are on their way to make their living with the catch of the day. Here, Allison, our vampire, is confined to his coffin, as the sunlight would kill him in mere instants.
Bard!
Yeah. However, the rest of you also come to this place immensely tired, as you have been adventuring throughout the entire night, battling all different kinds of beasts and monsters to obtain these research samples. So all of you are now left to your own devices, while sleep, at least a little bit, should be on all of yours mind. So, as the township is laid out before you, what will our pack members be doing?
Cry in a corner.
I'll be going with our products to the druid.
Well, before that, Allison, go ahead and make a cry check for me.
Is that a performance check?
I'd say it's a performance.
Natural 2, so I cry really hard, but bad. So that's a 16.
Yeah, so
We cry.
So Allison is like ugly, crying, crocodile tears, like his coffin is rocking a little bit in the back of your carriage a little bit. It's a little bit too intense.
So is nobody like? I think it's kind of odd that we just have a vampire in our party, just in the center of town with just this caravan where just a coven is in, and people hear sounds coming out of it. Is nobody responding to this at all?
Well, next to that, you also had a companion traveling with you, a gray-skinned fey creature, a darkling known as Zell. And Zell already said that I am completely tuckered out after last night, so if somebody needs to get an eye on... Shut up, Allison! On our loot over here, so that nothing is disturbed, I will just sleep throughout the day in our carriage and make sure that nothing is disturbed and everything that we keep here is safe.
Yes, thank you, Zell.
That sounds like a pretty good plan. And do keep an eye out on Allison. I think he is allergic to something.
Could you put your microphone a little bit closer, Maxime?
Yes, of course. Keep an eye on Allison. I think he's allergic to something or
Achoo!
He's a little bit oversensitive to the sunlight, and I don't really have a good parasol for him to carry around right now. So for now, he will have to make do.
Yeah, okay, are we done with the silly jokes? Then, in that case, Gurkal will... So we're in the center of town? We were at the beachhead, right?
Yeah.
Not the center of town, okay.
Well, it's basically the same. Like the town is built into like one big turn in the river, and into that turn the town is built, and the beachhead is sort of the center focal point. It has like the large inn in the middle. It has like the harbor where all of the hustle and bustle is being done. Like attached to the beachhead itself is also like the largest main square of this small town. Which also has like the main cathedral where the entire pantheon can be worshipped, and from here on out, like all the streets branch off and make up the entire living space of the entire town.
Okay. All right. So, Gurkal will request the large magical tent from our bag of holding.
Alone? For yourself?
No, we're setting up camp here.
Oh, okay.
Sleep. So I set it up, and I open up one flap on one side, so and kind of hook it up to the wagon, so that the hind part of the wagon is connected to the hind part of our tent.
Go ahead, make a crafting check for me.
Can do, buckaroo.
Does that mean I can move?
Well,
Often use craft.
Hopefully, at least a little bit.
I have a +6 on craft. Makes for a 14.
14. Luckily for you, setting up a tent is not something that is in need of heroic might, and the tent is a very low level. So you beat the tent in this skill challenge, and you are able to, a little bit tribally, so to speak, so it's not completely perfectly level with the rest of the carriage, but
it doesn't look how it would look if Allison were to do it.
No, indeed, but it's functional. It's functional, and now you have this large tent, like after, I'd say, 30 minutes or so, set up with a nice little area that covers like a 10 or 15 foot square, which is completely shaded.
Perfect. And I will then... Gurkal will then go towards the other Dragonborn. So that would be the band led by Ferosa.
Mm-hmm, indeed.
After checking with Hannah and Iroh that he's not needed for anything.
No. We can just take care of some business and then we'll head to Archwood. Yeah.
All right. So
Very well.
as Hannah leaves to the north to drop off all of the reagents at the local druid to basically hand in this quest, Gurkal is looking around and can easily spot the tribal-looking, made with dinosaur bone, main caravan cart that your Dragonborn brethren had brought with them to this place. Iroh, as your two companions leave and Zell and Allison are taking shut-eye, what are you doing?
So I believe that except for bringing the stuff to the druid and those dragonborn, there wasn't a third thing to do, right? There's not something that I'm
Don't think so.
not seeing.
Nothing,
case,
nothing that you talked about before, I believe.
In that case, Iroh's probably just gonna take some rest after a whole night of fighting, and then going to Archstill after this.
All right.
Yeah.
So, as technically the druid is a little bit farther off than the dragonborn companions of Grikal, we will start with them. As Grikal, you slam in the last nail of this tent to make sure that everything is set up. Iroh is also taking some well-deserved rest. The sun is now rising nicely, and its sunlight is sparkling beautifully off of the still standing shallows of the river, where you can also see that your dragonborn companions are up and running. They are like making a small campfire to roast some of the local meats that they had acquired, and one of them, not Ferosa, but one of the other companions, the black dragonborn, is now talking with one of the locals, who seemingly has gathered enough coin that he's now passing over to their hands, as the dragonborn is reaching into the cart and handing over a beautifully colored parrot with feathers from yellow and red to green, which squawks a little bit irritated now that its home is moved. But as it is handed to the local, with a big smile on his face, he begins to run off back home.
So Grikal approaches, speaking in Dragonborn, walking up to them with a bit of a happy swagger. Ferosa, Kosal, Gavaruk, I'm glad that the gods have blessed us with one more meeting.
When the light of Kuranao rained down upon us on this beautiful morning, I sensed that your hunt was successful. The female leader, Ferosa, steps forward, who is still a little bit taller than you, and she reaches out her hand as a warrior's embrace.
Fucking salads.
Speak! Eat with us! Tell of your adventures!
Yes. And Grikal sits down and grabs himself a bowl of whatever kind of stew they're cooking up.
Right now they were just like roasting the biggest piece of meat that they could buy here in the village, which was still a little bit on the small side for them. But you can reach to it and just like scrape off a piece that is done and begin to munch down.
All right, yeah, I do that. I noticed that.
Go ahead and make a perception check for me.
Fair enough. Ooh. That is an 18 for 28.
Nice. It's old, and it's a little bit musky because they've probably been traveling with it for a long, long time. But it is seasoned with some very, very old dry herbs from your homeland.
Nice. So as nostalgia enters his flavor buds and olfactory senses, Grikal just kind of groans. Good. Tastes of home. Tastes of tribe. And he starts telling the story of how we fought the Sphinx, the Necro-Sphinx, or we talked to it. But
We fought it.
You fought it with your words. Yeah.
We fought our way to it through all kinds of dangers, and how I killed the Dracolisk. That one I especially recall, or recount in well, a bit more than its actual glory. Kind of embellishing, not even intentionally, but Grikal just really remembers it being that big, you know? And he starts regaling them with the past few days. And he then looks at them. So, now we've come here. And he tells them everything, right? Nido, artifacts, there's no filter.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Vampire. So now, we have come here to rest. Then our journey shall go forward. First to find our lost pack member, and then on to barter peace between the forces of the Fae and the Dark.
It seems that the champion of Kuranao has his work cut out for him. I must say, though, that while the elf took vampirism for power, he was turned to stone. What power does vampirism give him then? It seems the shadows of Badao are misleading him. Yes.
I agree. I am keeping an eye on him.
Good.
He must remain close, but I too was for a short moment infected with the same curse. I have learned to face redemption in the eyes of Kuranao. It has taught me that there's a way to rejoin his light once you have fallen into shadow.
Then it is your duty to show this way to your pack members.
So Gurkal hesitates for a moment as he stares at the fire, thinking.
What troubles your mind, son of the tribe's leader?
My heart now longs for home, more than it did before. The food, the smell, the scratching. Might I borrow the Gyak?
They look at each other. Borrow. The Gyak is our beast of burden. Without it, we cannot travel further. What borrowing do you speak of?
I will return it in several years to our tribe, when my quest is completed. We will offer you what we can so that you may purchase something else.
They all look at each other a little bit bewildered. Go ahead and make a diplomacy check. You better roll high on this one.
Give me one. No, I don't.
Just looking if he has 0 points. Yeah.
Okay, so natural one.
They look at each other a little bit, like difficult. You can almost see like the beads of sweat running down their face as like the two smaller male dragonborn look at their leader, and Feroza speaks up. I am sorry, Gurkal. While I see that the champion of Kuranao must be aided in any way possible, we are also here for the good of not only Kuranao, but for all of our tribe. To handicap us so by relinquishing our Gyak, we believe it would bring more harm than good.
I understand. I did not wish to burden you with more than you may give. Is there then another way that you may aid me on behalf of our tribe? Gurkal looks over yonder for a second to one of the lizard mounts.
Well, they're not lizard mounts. They are velociraptor beetles.
Oh, my bad.
So they're basically large one-horned beetles, like those Hercules beetles. But instead of them just being beetles, they have these very long hind legs and short front legs. but still the entire carapace of the beetle covers them completely, making it very, very hard to pierce. Our mounts are bonded with us through many, many years. They are needed, but perhaps, and they gesture towards their cart, perhaps some other beasts from home can be of aid to you. While we cannot hand them over freely, in exchange for a small gesture of coin, we might perhaps grant you another beast to aid you in your travels.
Yes.
She stands up and walks into the cart, and after rummaging through, she comes back with the two largest of the cages that she has, still made with the old dried wood of the jungle homeland from which you hail. And as she sets both of them in front of you, one of them is filled with an actual young velociraptor, and the other one was filled with the fairy dragon that you saw before. These are trained and welcoming. They might aid you in combat, while the foes that you face might be a little bit beyond them. Still, they can be used as helpers to aid you, perhaps. Would this aid the champion of Kurunao?
Yes. Yes. It will.
Then, which
the colorful one? How much?
For you, 20 gold pieces. As a token of appreciation, to send the champion of Kurunao on his way against the forces of Shadow.
I used telepathy.
Mm-hmm.
Iro, do we have
No.
20 gold?
We don't have a single gold coin.
Oh, we don't?
At least unless we hand in our quest here, I'm not sure if that's possible. Then we could gain some more, but
That is
right
what
now
you
we
are.
don't.
Well,
If you
I
hand
am,
quests, you'll get 200 gold pieces. So.
and I'm on my way doing that right now, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, you can do it tomorrow.
Well, or like in an hour or so.
Who knows?
Yeah, but that makes
Steal all the
sense.
gold and go on our own way.
Gurkal would remember Iro
Yeah.
wallowing for several hours as he said, "No gold in the purse!" But
Like, that's the thing. We thought that Allison was the one crying, but actually it was Iro looking in his like empty coin purse and just oh, and then looking at it again. Oh.
all right, so Gurkal nods. I will return later this day. My friends, my pack members, will have this gold.
Tomorrow, we venture forth to new places. We will travel further to the east from here. If you can buy or trade before then, it will be yours.
Very well. I shall return. With a map, yes. With a map too. That way, if you tell me of where you go, perhaps we can meet again.
Kozal, what was the name of the village? And Kozal rummages through his things while Wouter does the same. Our next destination is the village of Stagholm. Very well. We will cross the Elker Fields, which lie for 100 miles towards the southeast. At which moment Stagholm will greet us, with hopefully more coin to be made, and more might to be gathered for the tribe in the end.
Then I shall return. Yes. Grakal walks off with a mild rush, only to realize Hannah and Iroh won't be there yet, so it's going to take a while. So in that case, he just kind of sits down, strips himself, and just enjoys the sun just burning down on his naked body.
Hell yeah, you do. It is a clear day, so that aids you greatly in your endeavors, although it is in the early to mid stages of autumn right now, so even though the sun is shining brightly, the temperature is not really getting above 14, 15 degrees Celsius at the best of times. Still though, as you bathe in the light of your dragon god, we pan over to Hannah, who, with the bag of holding filled with all of the research samples, is making her way up north.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. So, as you make a long walk all the way through town, all the way to the top, you find once again this one jettoned out rock just piercing the otherwise tranquil and flat lands close to the river itself, completely overgrown with moss and grass and a couple of trees. You know this to be the created home of the local archdruid, a powerful nature-based spellcaster who is also just a complete cutie pie. So, as you walk up towards the door, the wooden door built in with the small glass window, you don't see any movement inside, but you do hear a very nice high humming coming from the inside.
I kinda nervously knock on her door.
Bug, 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 bug. Hello? Come in.
Hi, and see her head going next to the door. We gathered some stuff, and we were told that we could bring it to you.
Oh, yes. Come in. I spoke with the Cerulean Circle, so everything is ready and accounted for. And as you step in, you see that she was still in the process of cleaning things up with a broom. And as you step inside, once again, you can see that the entirety of this hollowed out piece of rock jetted out of the earth is bathed in this beautiful turquoise stonework with a stone table and all kinds of different things. Small stove also made to jetten out of the rock. And you can see that she has been busy because she has cleaned everything up. Everything is nice and tidy. And on the table stands a small little chest made out of wood and rusted, but aesthetically, you have that whatchamacallit, turquoise rust color over the metal that is perched open, and inside it you can see perfectly stacked a set amount of gold pieces, which you believe could be very well be 200 in total.
Ooh.
Yes. Welcome. And once again, you gaze at the face of Galia Aqua, the archdruid, the Aasimar, with these very deep, glowing blue eyes, the turquoise hair to match the interior of her homestead, and her robes being crafted completely from all different kinds of seaweed and other water-bound vegetations. She doesn't have her staff at the ready right now, probably somewhere else in her abode as she was wielding a broom. Oh, Hannah!
Hi.
Hi.
I see you've been cleaning up here.
What? No, I was just... No, it's... I thought it tends to get kind of messy, and I just didn't want to make a... Yes, I've been cleaning.
It looks good. I like your house. Here.
Thank you.
The stuff.
Oh, yeah. and while she is still like holding all of the things in her hands, she tries to also reach for the chest of gold. Oh, and here is for you the. Can you maybe get it yourself?
Oh, yeah, of
Thank you.
course. And
I need to get this away. I have another chest that the guild left. I'm gonna put it in the chest.
oh, okay. I'll wait here for you.
No, just is over there. And she points to another corner. So she.
Do you mind? I'm sorry. We had a really
Oh
long
shit!
trip.
She drops one of the samples on the ground. Okay, that looks intact.
I'm sorry. I can help you. I
Oh yeah, if you
take some stuff from her for.
Oh yeah, could you perhaps? And now both of you are carrying like half of the samples. And she says, "Could you perhaps open the chest?" Oh no, wait, that's going to be.
No, I can do it, and I try to do it with my toe, like my foot.
Let me get the samples back. Let me get the there we go.
And
okay, now you can use
open,
yeah, okay, and now we can drop. Okay.
Yeah. So.
How is this an archer?
Well, maybe she's useful when I'm not there, you know. So,
done.
Great.
Great.
So I'm really tired.
Oh.
Do you maybe have some?
Do you want to lay down?
Oh, I mean, I guess you kind of need your bed.
Weird.
At some point, do you?
Eventually, I tend to sleep at night.
All right, it's a day right now.
Yeah. But you can tea.
Yes.
I can make some tea.
I would like some tea.
I can easily make some tea. And she turns around and with a snap of her fingers, she uses some of her druidic magics to quickly boil some water to just flow it out of the entrance, because this cave system also turns out into an underwater entrance into the river itself. So she can just get some fresh water out of the river, put it into a pot, begin to boil it, and then gets out of some small stonework cupboards some nice little herbs from the local flora, and put it into a kettle and begins to brew. As she twirls with both of her hands, and all of these ingredients begin to fly on their own and eventually are set down in like 10 seconds tops.
Whoa, you're really good at magic, aren't you?
Well, my mother learned me a lot. Never learned me a lot of social skills, though.
Well, same, I guess. I'm sorry if I'm a
did
bit
your mother
awkward.
teach you as well?
Well, I don't really have a mother, so that helps.
I'm sorry.
No,
I didn't mean to.
No, I mean, I do have a mother, but I don't know her. So she's not dead or anything.
Oh, mine is. I mean,
sorry.
It's okay. She had a good, long life.
Okay. Well, that's good, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, still sorry.
I am too.
Sorry, I just couldn't hold it anymore. Okay, sorry, continue.
Death is a part of life as well.
That's true, yeah. There was another druid that told me that as well. She was really weird.
Really?
Yeah.
Weird.
But she was more like kind of a dead druid person.
How did she talk to you when she was dead?
Well, she's not dead. No, she's she likes dead things or something.
She likes dead things.
It wasn't where here. It was on another plane. Never mind. Let's drink tea.
Oh yes. The tea needs to be put on a little longer.
No, that's okay.
It's a delicate process, you know. You have to take your time with it.
That's part of the tea, yes.
So, how was it? How were the Black and Blights?
Well, we talked to the no.
Didn't talk to birds. Okay.
No, we didn't know. Oh, I talked to plants, but they were screaming. and
Oh yeah,
stuff.
you don't want to.
No,
It's,
I didn't know. Got me scared a bit, but I'm fine. I'm fine now. I'm fine. I'm tough and stuff.
You don't mean to be condescending or anything, but you don't have to worry. As the resident archdruid, it is also my task to make sure that this patch of the Black and Blights aren't expanding or wreaking havoc more than they are already doing. I'm keeping a close watch.
That's good. Oh, that's good to know that you are protecting us.
Yeah. Well, it's not like I'm protecting. I'm doing my job.
Well, that's good. You know. Do you like your job?
Yeah. It's a good job. Like, you get a lot of exercise with the water, and well, sometimes people come towards me, and then I help them, and then they're helped, I guess.
Oh.
But mostly it's a job with not a lot of contacts. Most people just let me do my thing, and I make sure that the river is healthy and the underlying lands are healthy, and then civilization can also thrive. You know, so
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
It's good. It's good.
What I wanted to say, and the word just popped into my head. It's incredible how that works. So there was this thing that was talking in my mind, and it wasn't a necrosphinx. We talked to it. It helped us.
Right, you met Urania.
Oh, so you know her?
Uh,
Are you friends or anything? You know, close.
we know of each other.
Dating?
We know of each other, but while I try to preserve things, she's just studying the local areas. She's not trying to do any bad things, or, well, at least as far as I know. So we just leave each other be most of the time.
Well, she didn't really tell us about anything greatly evil or something like that. So
No,
you should be fine, I think.
she might know very evil things. She tends to keep a lot of information to herself.
Oh,
Don't mean
yeah,
that she's evil. I don't. I just she could, but I don't know if she know. You understand what?
Yeah, I get that. Yeah.
I think the tea is ready now.
Cool.
Yeah. No, it's going to be.
Cool.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Sorry.
I mean, great.
Great. She pours 2 glasses towards you. So, are you going to leave soon, or?
Oh yeah, we are actually going to leave tomorrow. I think. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, but I think we will be back as well sometimes. Hope maybe.
All right. Well, my rock house doesn't move. You'll know where to find me.
But what if it does move? How would I find you?
Oh, then I'll just create it anew. It'll take like a day tops.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah,
Can you
elemental
teach me
magic
that?
and nature and stuff.
Oh, I do.
Oh.
I do know some. Oh, we ran into an elemental as well.
Really now?
Yeah.
How was it?
Well,
A Stormlord, Crystal.
Elemental. Thank you, Stormlord. Thank you, Charlie. Thank you for mansplaining me. But okay.
I'm gonna roll my glitter die to see if she knows. Ooh. Natural 18. A Stormlord, you say? Ooh,
Yeah.
Those are mostly just battling stuff out on their own elemental plane, I believe. Although I have called in the aid of one a couple of times.
Oh, we accidentally kinda called it to us with the thing we carry around.
Did you summon it?
Well, yeah, but not on purpose.
Oh, wait, so... Right, that strange artifact that you are carrying.
Yeah, he wasn't really happy about that.
No, I can get that if you're just bamfed out of your own plane of existence without warning.
Yeah, and he was kind of fighting there as well, so he
Makes
thought
sense.
he needed to fight here as well. Yeah, it's taking. Yeah, we
Wait.
get it, Charlie.
Wait, is it wreaking havoc here now on the material plane?
No,
Because then I
think
gotta
we-
take care of it.
I think we send him back
This is
because
sort of my
we
airspace.
told him this was boring plane and stuff.
You send it back.
Well,
Okay.
yeah.
It's
Well,
better.
the Necro Phoenix did. For
Wait, there was a phoenix as well?
a Sphinx. Sorry. Would
Makes
have been
sense.
awesome.
No, but you know what? If you have some time in the future, you seem good. I could try to show you some things.
Yeah, that would be great. Yeah, thank you. So, do you mind if I do get some sleep over here? Because
Yeah, sure.
I don't really feel like walking back right now,
No, of course.
and I'm really, if you don't mind,
No,
because if you do, you should say.
No, I was just about to head out. I was just like tidying up.
Oh no,
for...
you can stay as well
reasons.
if you want. I don't mind the company when I'm sleeping, but if you still have to do stuff in your home, that's fine. But you can go as well if you need.
Yeah,
to.
I have to go on patrol.
Oh yeah, I get that.
Yeah, that's like Archdruid. Need to make sure that everything's in the up and up. Responsibility for the Empire and for the peoples.
Right. Yeah. Right. Okay. Then I'll.
Yeah, and I'll. Let me show you the bed.
Oh
That's
yeah.
the bed.
Oh yeah. Right.
Yeah.
I could have seen that from here. Yeah.
I'll be going now.
Yeah. Thank you. And I uncomfortably hug her, like awkwardly.
Yeah. Oh, that's nice. Well, speaking of like lessons and such, what spheres of influence can you tap magic from up until now? What level spell slots do you have?
4.
4. Okay. In that case, you won't probably not be ready for some higher stuff, but perhaps you're running about a lot, aren't you?
Yeah, we are. Yeah.
Perhaps if you no wait, you need to rest right now. Well, let's just say that perhaps I can, if you have time sometime, show you some nice ways of getting around. I see that you guys have been traveling a whole lot, and as you're adventuring ways, it's probably going to happen a lot more. Nature has its way of opening up for us and letting us pass through unseen spaces. Some sort of in arcane magics, you tend to break the system a little bit and teleport yourself directly. We have similar ways of doing that as druids, but we use the paths and the forces that nature intended to be used in this way.
Oh, that sounds amazing.
And perhaps sometime I can show you. If it's not weird. You realize that while she was like talking about magic, she calmed down a little bit and got a little bit into a flow of like explaining some things. But then as soon as she realized like, oh fuck, I'm still talking to her, she jumps back into the awkwardness.
No, that sounds amazing actually. I really adore your kind of magic and how you do stuff.
Well, perhaps let me know when you're awake.
Yes, I will.
Okay, I'll be back before you wake up probably. I just have to go make some rounds and then see ya.
Yeah.
And she makes her way and she grabs her seaweed staff and without a hesitation turns into this large, beautiful, glistening turquoise dolphin that then plummets itself into the water and begins to swim across the river.
Pretty.
All right. Is there anything else that people would like to do?
I could
Today.
have listened to that for 3 hours. I didn't really mind. That
Same.
was great. Just FYI, just asking, like, did we accumulate exactly 200 gold pieces of nano worth of materials, or was it?
There were, I believe that Iro kept track of everything, and there were some things that you gathered that you could have handed in as part of the research samples, but perhaps also wanted to keep for yourself. There was like the basilisk blood, for example, which when you got turned to stone, Allison turned you back into a human, so who knows, that might be something that is worth keeping. But there were also like the eyes of the basilisk that you guys cut out that might be interesting. There were some things that you might want to keep to yourself.
However, we had in total 302 gold pieces of samples. So if we would have taken one thing, then we wouldn't have exceeded that 300 gold pieces line.
All right.
Yeah.
Too bad.
Fair enough.
So with that, we'll just say that all of the samples are bamfed into that place. And you guys
I
are the
got
proud
2 gold
owners
pieces of blood.
You have like a couple of drops of blood that you still found as a stain in your armor. I was like, oh, I can use that. There we go.
All right. So as soon as we have the gold, Grikal will ask for 20 of it to go and buy a fairy dragon.
All right. So technically Hannah is just sleeping there. So you are waiting to to receive the gold piece.
Iro go with her.
And Hannah just doesn't return.
Didn't Iro go with her?
No.
No, Iro went to bed.
I took some rest.
Fair enough. Well, they'll be leaving tomorrow. Hannah will turn up eventually.
Okay,
Yeah,
so
probably.
I hope
Right,
so.
So Grikal will, by the time it starts getting dark, if Hannah hasn't returned, Grikal will wander off to go look for her.
Iro will probably follow because A, he got some rest, and B, he figured out that Hannah is now responsible for 200 gold pieces.
right.
And she hasn't arrived yet, so what if she just took off with 200 gold pieces?
Never should have trusted a dirty elf.
It was my plan all along.
As a couple of hours have passed, as Grikal and Iro are also basically leisuring their time during this day, taking naps, having some well-deserved rest, we will say that this also counts towards your long rest that you are taking during the day, because you're basically just like chilling the entire day. However, eventually both of you lock eyes and realize that Hannah has been gone for quite a while. So you make your way. And as you come towards this stone hovel that is the house of Galia Aqua, the local druid, you knock on the door, which is the same amount of noise that is needed to also bring you back from your slumber, Hannah. As Galia then already returned to her hovel, opens the door and lets in Grikal and Iro. Oh, hi.
Is Hannah here? Can she come out to give gold?
Oh, yes. Oh dear, I hope we didn't wake her too heavily. Hannah, are you okay? How are you feeling? Your friends are here.
Alright, I'm here. Yeah, hi. Wait.
They're asking if you can come out and play. I mean, hand over gold pieces.
Yeah, of course. I'll just give them. Wait.
Grikal exchanges some very confused looks with Iro.
Hannah stands up and walks to give the gold.
A chest is opened up. She counts out 20 gold pieces, or...
I'm just kind of imagining this. So Hannah is walking over with the tiny chest of gold pieces, and she's gotten rid of her leather armor pieces, so she's kind of got the under stuff still going on, but it looks like sleepy Hannah. Her hair is like, there's this large thing that's kind of sticking out, and it's frizzy and stuff. And she walks up, and I just imagine Grikal and Iro just making eye contact, looking back, and just kind of snickering. Is that okay, Maxime? Yeah?
I fully agree.
Galia is going to make a perception check to realize what's going on, which she does because she is of a lot higher level than you.
Okay.
No, it's just Hannah was here for lessons.
Yes.
Hannah?
Wait, yeah, I was. We
Yes,
were going to
and
teach
like
me something
yes,
now.
and like we discussed, now that you have regained your powers, we can begin the lesson, which is the
Oh, yeah.
reason why you are sleeping in my bed.
Yes.
Yes, I was just sleeping
Yes.
over here because I didn't want to walk back.
Right. So she grabs her staff. I will meet you outside for the lesson, and she comes outside.
As she walks outside, Iro just follows her, looks at her, and looks at Hannah and just says, well, it seems that she's a very good teacher.
What? But
Gurkal walks by and just kind of bumps her in the shoulder, like boom. Just goes, ha! First, sleep in tent with Allison. Now sleep in house with this one. You will have many good children. I know it.
children? But Gurkal, in neither of those cases, and nothing happened. What are you? Do you think I didn't even ever kiss anyone? Okay, I'm going to get dressed.
I can see that you learned a great deal of lying from me. Let's go back to the carriage.
Did Gurkal say something wrong? He asks Iro.
No, not at all. No, nothing.
Bad.
So,
Guys, in between, we just hit our 200th follower.
oh shit! Oh damn!
Yeah,
Nice.
In that case, as we
Not what-
are now officially over the 200 mark, Iro, at your side, the green Fey-like icosahedron, the D20 that you carry with you, the artifact F, begins to glow brightly. Seemingly, by the powers of breaking the fourth wall, it has been empowered even more. So, for next session, the artifact will be empowered beyond belief as oh god, and the community challenge. Oh no, wait, it's 50%.
50%.
Okay, no, and for the next session, all prices, including the community challenge for the wild magic surges, including all of the bonuses that you can give to our players, including hero points, including anti-luck for me to fuck them over, will be only 10%. There will be a discount of 90% off of all of the Llama Point things to make things a hell of a lot more chaotic to see how that goes.
Oh, I hope we have so much combat next session.
We're going to die so hard.
That would be great, actually.
Mm-hmm. But also, wild magic surges, like,
Oh no!
going up the wazoo at that moment.
Very interested.
So hell yeah.
Looking forward to that.
And now that we are taking a little break, Grimboy, Vivid Lime, thank you so much once again for your subscriptions. We love you. We are so glad you are here. And we are so glad that you are enjoying this ridiculousness together with us. So, as Gurkal and Iro leave the abode, you guys stick around for a little bit to see what goes on as Galia steps outside and without any effort just steps, makes a whiff with her hand, and as out of nowhere, in a matter of seconds, a fully grown tree begins to bloom in a matter of seconds. It is eventually like yay big in diameter. And as she conjures one of these large trees, she walks up a little bit further and conjures another one. Now, Hannah.
Yeah.
Once your power level will increase, you will be able to do this more freely. But perhaps I can already give you a little bit of, shall we say, a hint of what is to come. Normally, powers of the fifth sphere of influence are needed to cast this spell. Normally it is called tree stride, as it can be used to instantaneously open up, with lack of a better word, a portal from one tree to another.
Mm.
Because as you know, all of nature is connected. There is no singular tree. It is but a cell in the vast organism that is the entirety of nature itself. And as such, that connection can be utilized by those that know how to tap into it. Come. What I want you to do, as she gets you have your staff in hand, what I want you to do, and she grasps your other hand and your staff hand and pushes your hand towards the tree and then also the staff towards it, is focus on this connection. Let's start off with just these two trees, close together. The connection will be strong. I made it so. As you focus, try to widen this connection, to broaden it, to strengthen it so much that eventually your own essence and that of your companions could pass through. Go ahead and make a nature check as you try to focus it open.
Why that?
32.
32. Ooh,
Not bad.
very nice, very nice. All right. A 26 is what you needed. So, as you begin to focus, these large tree trunks begin to open up as you can feel the roots grasping each other. And while probably not really growing towards each other, their channels of nature-like energy begin to coalesce and mingle, and this large beam of primal force has been created between them. And as it does, not only does the trunk of the tree that you are grasping open up, but so also does the second one. And peering through this one, you can see out the other one, where you can see like a very strange, distorted form of yourself, as you have opened up a portal between them. Wow, that went easier than I expected.
And as she says that, Hannah turns green.
No.
Well,
Thank you.
take a walk.
Wait. Through the... Okay.
Of
And
course,
I
it needs to be
walk.
tested properly.
That's fair.
Right. And you step through the portal, and you indeed see Hannah apparate on the other side. I don't know if you also want to walk through. I mean, I guess it will take you like 50 feet further.
Yeah, why not?
All
And
right.
Iroh steps in.
And whoop, whoop.
And Iroh's now stuck.
Oh no, I'm
As
stuck.
Iroh is
Help me.
inside, the tree trunk slams shut, splattering Iroh all over the place now.
Help me, Step Crickle. I'm stuck.
Oh boy. So for the sake of this, you know the tree stride spell, which is normally a 5th level spell, but you can now cast it at 4th level, which will have a reduced radius. Normally you can travel 5 miles with it, and then if you cast it at 6th level, it becomes 50 miles and more and more and more. Normally at 5th level you can travel 5 miles, but now you can already use a 4th level spell slot to travel 1 mile using the tree stride spell.
Cool.
So if you want to make like a quick getaway, you have a little bit of a cheat, as Galia has taught you how to use this sort of druidic magic that is just a little bit above your pay grade right now.
Nice. Okay.
It's a great spell.
Mm-hmm.
Is a great spell. Thank you for teaching me this. You're a great teacher.
I didn't do much of teaching except for expanding on what you already knew.
Well, still. Isn't that what teaching is?
Yeah, I guess so, isn't it?
Yeah.
Anywho, I hope this comes in handy. It's only a limited amount of distance right now, but as your powers will grow, you'll be able to more clearly strengthen these connections over larger spaces.
Mhm.
Eventually, you will be able to travel pretty much anywhere,
Nice.
but that'll take some time.
Yeah. But still, I could visit you here, perhaps, if I'm able to do that.
Yeah, you could. Oh, before you guys leave, look, I'm mostly a busy person, so can't make any promises, but I do believe that you guys have that friend of yours who can cast Sending.
Yeah.
If you're ever really in need, send me a message, and I can always see what I can do.
Thank you.
Oh my god. I'm just imagining fast forward a week. Hannah's drunk. And she's just going up to say like, no, send her the message! Send her the message! Tell her I love her!
Which is awkward because Hannah kind of like Cell as well, so.
I'm not going to ask a Archdruid for a threesome. Come on, this is ridiculous.
Damn it!
All right. With this small nugget of knowledge under your belt, you guys head off, waving goodbye.
Oh, I want to hug her first. Thank you.
You do hug her. Oh, you're very welcome. Oh, I'm sorry, I made you wet. I mean, I'm gonna go inside now. I have more work to do. And she walks off. Probably having a sort of mental breakdown inside, but you can't really tell.
That's fair.
So, with all of this under your belt, you head back towards the Dragonborn merchants and hand over 20 gold pieces to then get into your claws a very large cage with inside it a small reptilian creature in the shape of a dragon, but instead of having the leathery wings of a dragon, it has the wings of a butterfly. And its scales are this indigo purple color, which sparkle in the sunlight. Right.
What was its name again?
People are active in the chat.
Oh dear.
The community challenge just got reached.
So
shit!
As Gricol takes the fairy dragon
Mm-hmm.
a few dozen meters that way, the tent lights up in a green glow. Whoop, and something happens.
The artifact is empowered even more. All right, so with that, let me first get some good stupid music going.
Cole, what is the name of your monster?
Contract. Of my dragon.
Yeah.
Oh, I've not decided on a name yet.
But as a species.
Fairy dragon.
Fairy dragon, cool.
All right, so let me get the table out. There we go. All right, so go ahead and roll me a d20, Max. Let's see what stupidity is up for
11.
us. 11. All right, 11. Looking at the wild magic table, small like a mouse. So, so we do need to. I need to have another dice roll. Even is going to be the party. Odd is going to be, the rest surrounding the party. So go ahead and roll me another d20.
In what range? Oh, bother.
Oh, bother.
All right, so that's the party. So with that, as Gricol is very happy with his new companion, with every step that he takes, he shrinks as a large pulse of green energy washes over the entirety of the party. At this moment, the crate falls to the ground. Let's see.
Fairy Dragon is part of the party now as well.
All right.
Yeah, I was thinking the same thing.
Oh, is the Fairy Dragon part of the party now as well?
Well, I mean, technically, it just changed ownership.
Yeah? All right, because in that case,
it will escape.
As everything is getting smaller, so too does the Fairy Dragon get really, really small. Looking around, it can pass through the beams of its cage. Looks around.
Oh no.
Let me get this fly off. in the sky, looking down towards all of you for a moment. Is there anything that you would like to do, as you are now all small to tiny creatures of like 60, 70 centimeters, depending on what your original size was?
Well, so
I'm
the
tiny now,
transaction-
right?
The
Because
transaction.
I was small.
Sorry.
Yeah, you're
No,
tiny.
We're all tiny.
Yeah.
We're all tiny.
You're
All
all
tiny.
Yeah, everybody.
I really hope that Kirkal still has the receipt.
Well, the thing is, we were just walking away, so I imagine the Dragonborn would see me slowly shrink, turn tiny as a thing.
So all of the 3 Dragonborn look at each other like, what the fuck is going on over here? As you run back towards the carriage to show your new purchase to the rest of your party, as your party, together with you, all turn very, very small. And you guys are looking at each other as you see the fairy dragon escape its cage and fly out of it and look at all of you from above for a
So
moment.
Gurkal screams in Draconic, "Return to me!"
I would-
Can I?
I would
Can
like
I?
to put on a higher voice, please, Gurkal. Thank you.
Oh yeah. Return to me!
Better.
Guys, I can't leave the coffin. I can't get out.
I wanna turn into an aerial form.
All right. So you turn into a sparrow, we'll say.
No, I want to be a tiny pterosaur.
Oh, okay. So you're basically the most tiniest pterodactyl.
Yeah.
Very nice.
And I'm going to fly after the fairy dragon.
Very well. All right. So first, let me get the fairy dragon stat block, because I do need it for this. There we go. Why isn't it working? Yeah, that's what you get for.
Yeah, P2 Tools is being annoying lately.
Sucky again. But I got it. Cool. All right. So the fairy dragon is flying up top. Gurkal, go ahead and make a nature check for me, please, as you were trying to handle this animal.
Scroll. My nature is 7. My roll is another natural 1.
No! Don't you have a hero point?
No.
No, I don't.
Oh.
But I feel like, I've had a few good sessions, so it's okay, I'll go cry now though.
So as you scream this out towards the small butterfly-winged dragon, it gazes into your eyes, and you can hear its voice coming from inside your mind as it telepathically communicates with you, as it says, "Oh yeah? Well, I find that a little bit uneasy to listen to, as you are now even tinier than I was before. Plus, you don't even have wings. So who's going to be the boss around here anyway?"
You wish to fight me for dominance?
Everything of my body has gotten a little bit stiff inside that cage. I think I'm good where I am right here.
How far up is he?
Right now he is about, let's see, what's his movement speed? About 40 feet up.
40 feet up?
Yep. At this moment, as you guys are conversing, he does look to the side and say, "Oh shit," as he can see a small pterodactyl form appear from underneath the carriage. What do you do?
Okay, so I want to try and sit on top of him so that he can't fly and he's forced to go down.
Okay, so you're going to try and grapple him, basically.
Yeah, in the sky.
Alright. So, go ahead and make a acrobatics or athletics check for me.
That'll be acrobatics.
Your athletics check with your animal form is increased as well.
Acrobatics modifier of 16. It says so.
In the meantime, Gurkal's just screaming from the ground, "Get her, Hannah! Get her!"
I rolled a 13, so it's a 29.
29. The small fairy dragon was taunting you just a little bit too long, as at that moment you come swooping in with your bottom claws and snatch his legs. And right now you guys are just like battling it out in the air. But the fairy dragon was already very small, so now it is a teeny tiny, like it's an actual salamander with wings right now. That's like the size of it. So as it tries mightily to get away, it cannot escape your grasp, and it's just like trying to pull away. But you are grappling him right now, so he's not restrained. He can still do anything that he wants, but you can force his movement down. You can
I want to try and push him.
Pull him down right now. All right.
I want to try and push him to Grakal.
Very well. So while Hannah is doing this, Iroh, you are very, very small.
Yes, very, very small.
What would you like to do?
I can't do much, because normally I can't do much on range, and now I can't do anything at all. So I will probably try to daze the fairy dragon.
All right, so the fairy dragon is going to go ahead and try to make his save against your daze, which is a will save, I believe?
Yes.
Which is going to be a 19 on his part.
Oh, she failed.
Oh,
So
God.
that means that she will... Oh, I have to roll actually. 1 second.
Iroh has grown mouse ears, accompanying his small stature, it seems.
That is 5 points of damage.
Oh! As the fairy dragon, God fucking damn it! Leave me away! Leave me, fuck my head! As it begins to scream out as its butterfly wings are still flapping vigorously away.
Get back, you dragon!
I want to get me out of here! And it then puffs a small cloud of smoke into your face, Hannah. Go ahead and make a fortitude saving throw for me.
Oh, bother. Okay. 24.
24. All right, you save. You seem that this small puff of like purple and dark blue smoke with beautiful silver swirls thrown through it is trying to affect your mind in some way, but just like flying away a little bit out of the gas cloud clears you of any detrimental effects, and you're fine. God damn! At which moment the fairy dragon just stops flying, and you can see that his front legs are like crossed as he just dangles underneath you, very upset with his current predicament.
Yes!
Fine.
Yes!
Guys, help!
Yeah, we can't hear
Get
you.
out!
Your voice volume is just non-existent right now, man. I'm sorry.
Zell wakes up with all of the commotion and steps out. He also tiny. Okay, so what the hell is going on over here? What did you have over there? Why am I small? I'm going back to bed. He climbs back in the carriage and just walks off.
No, he got out. He turns around. He's like, "Oh fuck, I gotta climb now."
Looking at, this is going to be his skill challenge for the coming 5 minutes.
Yeah. All right. So we have the fairy dragon back on the ground.
Fine. I'll stay here.
Grakal walks over to it. Thank you.
I'm not a she.
Hannah.
I'm a he.
Yes. Okay.
Hi, bitch.
Anna chases back. I guess.
How
No problem.
will you be listening to me from now on?
Well, that depends. Are you gonna treat me better than those fuckers did before?
How did they treat you? And what did they not do well? We're still speaking in Draconic or telepathy, right?
Telepathically. Like,
Oh, yeah.
you need to speak out loud, but he is,
Okay.
like, broadcasting his voice right now. He seemingly can talk to whoever he wants telepathically, and at first he was just only talking to you, but right now he is broadcasting his whole voice to also make sure that Iroh and Hannah can hear him as well, because otherwise it's just going to be a hassle for everybody.
Okay.
Well, they locked me up in a cage. For starters.
I shall do no such thing. You shall be a brother in arms. I shall not ask you to fight for me,
Cool.
but with me.
Because, like, the whole brothers in arms thing doesn't really float my boat all that well.
Then remain with us. Let me prove myself a worthy master of dragons such as you.
Don't need to, like, don't try to offend anyone, but are you gonna be this tiny the entire time? Am I going to be this tiny the entire time? Because then nobody's going to be a brother in arms, I think.
I do not know. Sometimes things happen. It is the nature of our being and existence, the will of the gods. Usually it passes.
Hannah, you've let go?
Yeah.
He begins to walk around a little bit on all four legs. Well, if all of this chaos is surrounding you, then sure. I'll tag along for a while. He perches himself on his hind legs and reaches out a very tiny reptilian arm towards you.
All right. I shake the little paw.
Name's Indy.
Indy.
Yeah.
Very well. Grakal Unique of the Wild Growth.
The wild growth. Oh, right. That's what they call it all the way down there.
This is Hannah and Iro.
Hi.
Still Indy.
I hope I
Yeah,
didn't hurt you.
A little bit, but I'll be fine, I think. You retracted your claws, which I appreciate.
We have other companions. Come. I shall show you. Let me climb up into the... And I start introducing him to Malo and Zell and Lenore and kind of Allison. I just like...
I would like to think that Lenore actually took off a bit, like was up in the air while we were being changed to tiny, so she is just her normal self, so she's about the same size.
Lenore is like perched on top of the carriage going, I have the power!
Finally, all is right in the world.
Yeah, all is right in the world.
Now
I
you
have
truly
taken my
are her
rightful
pet.
place.
Sorry?
Now you truly are her pet.
This changes nothing between us and
Your voice was so high pitched that your microphone only picked up like half of it.
It tends to do that, apparently. I tried to say, who's there? A few times, but it just didn't pick it up.
But I gotta make one thing clear with all of you. I'm a free man. I'm gonna tag along as long as I wish. And I like weird stuff. And you guys seem fucking weird, so that's going to be okay for now. But I'm not gonna be nobody's like property or slave, okay? I might maybe not be a humanoid, but I have like free will and intelligence and awesome spell powers. It's no fun, okay?
Indy, I apologize on behalf of my Dragonborn brethren.
Yeah.
If they have treated you as mindless beast instead of creature that you are, then it is wrong.
To be honest, I got caught up in it because I lost a bet to them, so yeah.
We agree to your terms. You are an autonomous creature with agency.
Then we are in agreement. So, are we gonna stay this tiny?
I do not know. Like I said, things happen.
Fair enough.
Hopefully, we will turn back at some point.
All right. So I suppose
I don't know what to do with this now.
we all
I don't know what to
retreat.
do with this now.
I hope I assume we all retreat into the tent for the night.
Technically,
Allison can stretch his tiny little legs.
Well, to be honest, like we are still only halfway through the day right now because you guys came towards the village when it was like early morning because you guys went out adventuring during the night because Allison can't do shit during the day. So
Well, we waited until the evening to pick up Hannah, so I imagine.
right. So right now it would be evening. So what are the plans? Technically, right now, all of you would have taken a long rest and would be standing at the ready to continue your adventures.
Well, I imagine we're gonna want to wait out the spell for however long it's going to last.
Yeah. So technically,
Takes like
this will.
24 hours, right?
Well, no, we said just a day. So if you guys need to.
But let's continue this. It's fun. We'll just continue onward. I like this.
Yeah?
That's the whole point, right?
Alright.
Well, I don't know. The high pitch is kind of weird for the voice here, man. I'm gonna start talking like this, okay?
Okay.
I don't know what to do. Hi, I'm Mr. Meeseeks. Look at me, I'm Mr. Meeseeks.
So, what are the plans? The gold pieces are being loaded up in the carriage. You guys are all tiny as heck. You have a new pet, adding yet again another pack member to the party. And eventually, all of your business, I believe, has been concluded in this town. As you now gaze upon this like 9 by 9 by 9 by 9 sided Rubik's Cube-like device with one small block pushed out, the somewhat aggressive teleportation device that your companion Nido had given to you. Pressing the button should, he thinks, transport you all the way towards Archdale. But right now...
And the advice was that Allison presses the button.
Yeah, it will be a little bit hectic and damaging. So perhaps the vampire with the regenerative properties should be the one to take the blow, to literally take one for the team.
So at some point,
oh, sorry. Go ahead, Max.
at some point, finally, Allison's coffin goes open while he's been trying to climb out of this thing for like a couple of hours. Like, finally comes open, hanging on the handle. Why are we tiny? Okay, it's evening, so shall we just go? I'm not sure. How long does this take? Let's just go. Make this.
I do not see us pulling the horses. Or any of our...
And Grikal looks around at all of the goods kind of stacked around him, each his size.
You take a look at the horses, which are technically part of your party, and they are like dangling their small forms in their strappings. Like...
Yeah. So
we literally
Grikal
cannot
actually
move.
would unhook them at this point with Hannah, I imagine.
Yeah,
But the thing
definitely.
is, we literally just can't move any of our shit as long as everyone's tiny.
Can we just ask someone to help us for a bit? Pack up our things, and then we can move?
Well, our horses are tiny as well, so I don't think we can move everything.
So we're gonna have to wait out the spell. I don't see any other way. I think that's actually an even grander consequence. The fact that our fucking adventure is now delayed for a day, seeing as it's a time pressure sensitive thing.
No, but wait, guys. We literally travel to another town by pressing this thing. We just hop over to another town, so we can just be tiny in that town. Doesn't really matter, now does it?
Well, maybe someone can help us. Maybe the druid that Hannah went to.
I'm not sure if I want her to see me like this.
At this moment, the dragonborn warrioress that had sold you this small dragon walks towards the carriage and the tent and begins to shout from outside towards you, Grikal. Is everything okay in there? Has the small dragon bewitched all of you?
Grikal walks out of the tent, so he kind of just... Down here! Here!
Okay, so... I don't know what happened, but we have shrunk. And
I can see that.
it seems will of the gods, and I'm talking in Dragonborn, Draconic. It is will of the gods that we are now like this. We shall continue our adventure. Can you help us put everything inside the carriage? Please.
With a grin formed on the Dragonborn's face. A small gesture to aid the champion of Kuranao. She leans over your small stature, and she begins to help. Like she barks a couple of commands to the other two Dragonborn who also come by, and laughing a little bit, they help you pack everything up. And before long, the tent and all of your belongings are stacked nicely into the carriage. Are you guys going to travel like this?
Yeah, so
I say once everything's on there, we're gonna press the button.
Allison's gonna drag the button out of the bag of holding like he's in a tiny size. Climbing on top of it, trying to press it, doesn't work. Shit! Okay, I'm just gonna climb up it and dunk on it.
Right, so go ahead and make an acrobatics check for me.
32.
32, alright. So, as night has fallen here in the town of Riverclear, a couple of bystanders have been walking by, looking towards you, what are all those high-pitched voices doing over there? The carriage is heaving and hoeing from side to side a little bit as everything is fricked up. And then eventually, as Allison has the button on one side, all of you are a little bit off to make sure that whatever is going to happen isn't going to frick everything up. And then and from this small Rubik's Cube-like device, now that the last button is pressed further inward, all of the squares begin to swirl about, and eventually they pass through the carriage, leaving a couple of small holes in the cloth, but nothing more than a small hindrance as they begin to swirl around. However, from the inside, as this happens, thunderbolts and electricity arc towards you, Allison. So go ahead and make a fortitude saving throw for me. Oh no, sorry, reflex saving throw. Excuse me.
31!
31. Nice. So you do take the full amount of damage, which is...
Is it a fail?
Yep. I believe for this level, the 31 is a fail. It is. You needed a 34.
Oh no!
So you do take a total of 22 points of electricity damage.
Ow.
Which over the course of the next few seconds begin to heal up as your vampiric essence takes the wheel. And with that, as you guys are entered in this swirling vortex, you hear one large warping sound as you guys are completely transported from your current location towards the next. And with one large thud, as you feel the carriage rock back and forth in your new locale, you open the cloth and you can see now that you are in a very large, dry forest in the early moments of autumn, as a small blanket of crunchy leaves has been gathering below you. You can look up, and through the canopy, which is open enough, you can see a starry sky, and to your... let's see here. To the north of you, you can see about a mile off the presumably town of Archdale, as a large city with wooden walls around it dooms up in a large valley at the horizon, still littered with all different kinds of large trees growing side by side with all of the wooden buildings standing inside it, now illuminated by not only the star and moonlight, but all different kinds of torches and firelights that are dotted throughout the entirety of the town. And as you guys apparate in your tiny form here, we will go ahead and take a little break.
A small break.
A small break?
Tiny break.
I will be back in 15 minutes at 9:45 to continue the adventures of the pack.
Yay!
See you guys then!
Bye.
And we're back. So, before we jump back into the game, just a little, apologies, I guess, for the counters up, down, there, somewhere, who are not working that properly. I do believe that Max has just reset them, so they should be working now for at least a little bit.
Yes.
But yeah, so the sub and follower counters didn't show your beautiful appreciation of all of this madness. We do very much appreciate it, so thank you so much, and we'll get those things fixed because we like to keep track of those things ourselves as well.
Yeah, and my Roll20 also just broke down, so I'm relaunching it again, so people have music again as well.
Oh dear, that's also because now I have music and the rest of our party have music, but the stream should also have music. Okay. So
and yeah, it's storming outside, so thunder sounds might occur, just so people are aware.
So as you teleport yourselves into the Archwood, there is also a thunderstorm going on over there, so that's why you are hearing that. Just to save the day. No, but as we jump back into the game, you guys have just teleported yourselves about a mile to the south of what you believe to be the village of Archdale, as the device that you used to get there was handed to you by a trusted companion who said, your thing is going to bring you to Archdale. Here, you are gathering yourselves not in the usual way, as just before you left, all of you were transformed into miniature versions of yourself, as the chaotic magics of the fourth wall breaking artifact are wreaking havoc once again. You didn't really have any time to lose, however, because if you needed to wait till this effect was past, then once again they would have broken, and our good friend Allison, who is a vampire, wouldn't really like that. So, right now, the cart is teleported in the forested lands underneath Archwood. All of you are still in your tiny form, and you have agency.
So, our horses can't really move right now, so we can't really drag the carriage in. So how are we gonna do this? Is Sel gonna wait here? Is someone else feeling like waiting here whilst a couple of us go in and see what we can find?
Kirkall will wait.
I think
All
that
beasts shall be safe under my protection.
Very well. Hannah, what about you?
Well, I feel like I should stay with the horses, but I feel like I should join you as well. So I guess I'll join if Kirkall stays with the horses.
Okay. Sel?
To be honest, I do not really know what the fuck is going on. I have no idea if this is, like, fucking up my magics in any way. I can stay, I can go. Whatever you prefer, I guess.
Did you say so? Hannah, can you make, like, really tiny fireballs now?
I kind of want to try, but I don't want to waste my spell.
You shouldn't. I'm not sure that's how magic works.
Oh,
Just
I guess.
From somewhere outside in the forest, you hear these, like, heavy-sounding bird cries.
Oh no. How
We
far
should
off?
go to the city.
Hard to say for now.
Alright, Sel, Hannah, join us. Kirkall, you stay here, protect the people. Well, the horses, I guess.
Horses are people too.
Probably pretty close. As you also hear from outside the cart some heavy thuds, as seemingly something is landed close to your carriage. At which moment you also hear a voice. Who goes there? In the deep of night. Show yourselves!
A couple of very tiny people right now. And I walk outside of the carriage.
Alright. You step outside, and what you see at first is nothing but a outline towards the dark lit night and the distant lights of the town. at which moment another thunder is heard, and with it a lightning also flashes and illuminates what you see to be a large griffin, padded with armor of dark green and brown to match the now autumn exterior of the forest, blending in together with the leaves that have fallen to the ground and still the leaves that are hanging on the trees. Riding on top of it, a human, dressed in the same dark green and brown leathers armor, with a bow at the ready, an arrow on top of it, but also seemingly wielding a little bit of magical power as he just snaps his fingers up in the air and these 3 little globules of light in a very similar way that Hannah can also cast dancing lights. Although these ones are in a nice vagrant green color. As they float about, you can see he's also wearing like a heavy cloak to shield himself from any rainfall, which this stormy night might have to offer for him. Although it is still dry right now, and just as the weather that we're having here in the Netherlands, it is just like this pressing doom upon the lands. You can see that now, as his glowing globules of light illuminate his face as well, strong jawline, a little bit of a stubble of black short hair, kept a little bit, well, whatever, not really grooming himself all that well, it seems. But you do see that his deep green eyes do stare at you with intent. Well, tiny packages can still come with big troubles. What kind of magic has brought you here?
Teleportation.
You wield that kind of power? What is your business here?
We're looking for a specific friend of one of ours. We were under the impression, and under some divination, we found out that they were in the area. So that's why we came.
And why are you searching this so-called friend?
Well, because they might be in trouble. And we want to help.
This area is protected by the first rangers. What kind of problems does he have?
Hello? He is company of a Kieran.
Sorry, you
have to
cut out
move your
for a few
microphone
minutes.
a lot closer.
He is in the company of a Kieran.
Then he shouldn't have any problem whatsoever.
There appears to be some kind of... I'm not sure if there's some kind of pact or some kind of deal, but we at least know that he needs help. Maybe not from the Kirin, or maybe he does. We're not sure.
What are those 2 Fae doing with you? He now gazes past you and looks at Zell and Hannah, and you can see that he gets a little bit uneasy. He tenses his bowstring a little bit, not pointing at you, but... Are you court walkers?
They're not.
Of course you're not.
What is a court walker?
Someone from the Sealy Court, I imagine?
So someone who is a companion of you is having problems... Jesus, Wouter. Problems with a Kirin. Is that so?
It appears to be the case, yes.
He is also sick.
The laws of the Empire forbidden me of sparring your way any further. As these are lands of the Empire, you are free to walk them as they please.
Appreciate it.
We mean no harm.
Of course you don't. Now then, if you are on your way to Archdale, allow me to accompany you.
Very well.
Thank you very much.
Arrow goes back in the quiver. Bow goes around the neck.
It's been a while since I've seen someone riding a griffin. Always loved those creatures.
We won't have to be making conversation.
We have to warn you. We might turn back to normal at some point, so don't be startled. We are not always tiny.
I can feel the curses of Fae upon you already. If it passes, good for you.
Thank you.
You can see Hannah turning red.
Well, if you don't want to talk, then escort us there, I suppose.
He nudges his griffin mount, snaps one last time at you, and then turns. Come on, then. Well, come on.
Oh, we're tiny. What do you expect?
Are you guys leaving the carriage?
Well, everyone but Krakal.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Right. Recall, you do hear from your side at this moment a tiny voice. Yeah, I'm gonna stay out of sight for this one. And as you do, you see Indy on one side of the carriage, and he just disappears. After which you do hear the fluttering of his
Wings.
Whatchamacallit, butterfly wings. So you realize that he can turn invisible.
The trickster.
So, with that, you begin to follow this griffin rider as he slowly, footfall after footfall, accompanies you towards the town.
We don't want to disturb the town any more than we have to, so could you point us into some directions where we could gather some information?
The griffin stops walking. He turns back towards you. So you are here, transported here in the middle of the night, and you wish to gather information without bothering anybody. Seems that all of you are in a little bit of a stealthy mood, aren't we?
Well, this is a joke. We are very small at the moment.
Right. Wielding powerful magic that can teleport you to within our midst without a moment's hesitation, turning yourself tiny, perhaps to make stealthing into our town that more easier.
What kind of relationships do you have with the Empire? Because I'm part of the Empire. I come from the Free Broken Isles, Alison Artano.
I don't have to hear your name. Names carry a lot of weight. If I were you, I would keep yours to yourself. And you can say anything that you want. We like to keep the peace here. And if you guys are rummaging here looking for trouble, then we don't like that one bit. And right now, in the middle of the night, being reduced in size by powerful magics, what are you trying to do here?
As I said, we're looking for information, and then we'll be on our way again. We're just looking to see if someone has met this person recently or know of their whereabouts. That's all. Probably just be talking in some inn.
We don't
So
want
you
to
keep
be.
saying,
We don't want to be stealthy. We just don't want to bother a lot of people. As we seem to bother you already.
very well then. If you don't wish to bother people, I will take you to one of the larger local inns.
Appreciate it.
The griffin begins to walk forward, leading you forward as well.
I walk to Hannah real quick. Apparently, they don't really seem to like Fae that much. Be careful with what you're saying or asking here.
Should I stay behind?
Not really sure. I don't think they mean any harm. I just think they're untrustable. I just think they don't trust Fae, that's all.
We'll see.
In the middle of your night, in the middle of the night, you make your way towards the southern entrance of the city of Archdale. Here you can see that the entire city is walled off by a well-kept wooden wall. And I'm not talking some easily constructed palisade or anything. No, this is a good wall constructed from hardwood gathered from the surroundings. As you make your way throughout the city and gazing around also into the distance, you will find that the entire city is also, while it is laid within a forest, you also begin to realize that the forest area that you just left didn't really have all those big of trees, and it was pretty empty. Normal wild forest floors that you have found in the Cragged Hills, for example, were completely overgrown with shrubberies and whatnot, but this was pretty much empty, except for a couple of bushes and of course the trees here and there. What you begin to realize is that right now on the northwest side is a very, very large area where all different types of grain, vegetables, and cattle are being kept. But they seem to rotate which part of the forest they use for that. And where you are leaving right now is one of those patches that they have eventually left so that the forest can retake it, to make it a very durable way of still making sure that the city is supplied with enough food and whatnot. As you enter the district down to the south, you begin to realize this district is called the Outer Grove District. And while you enter the city's walls, you see that the architecture here is very much in tune with nature. While all of the buildings that you find are completely constructed out of wood, like these log cabins in all shapes and sizes, a lot of them are also still built in large trees, as these very extravagant, well-crafted tree houses, where you can also see some rope bridges, but also very sturdy wooden walkways between them. And you can see that things are constructed pretty spaciously. And as you make your way through the dirt streets, you see that a lot of these houses also have their own gardens, where all kinds of different vegetables and herbs are tended to, Allison, which might be a little bit of a landmark for you. You can also see that in the middle of the city, there are a couple of, actually 3 large landmarks. Because while this entire city is still dotted with trees and the canopy never really closes up entirely, it gives a little bit of a like Center Parks vibe, where people go for vacation and it's very spacious, a lot of nature in between, yada yada, but still very human architecture everywhere. In the middle, however, it seems that there is one district in the middle of the city that is again walled off, and within it you can see 3 gigantic trees. Gigantic primordial oaks. From one, even at this moment during the night, you can see that another griffin is flying off of it, seemingly having a nest up top. The other 2 trees, you can only guess what their different functions are. As you are led by this one guard, as it is nighttime at this moment, the streets are pretty much empty. The few people that you do see walking across the street all eye you with a little bit of suspicion, and then or just stop and stare at you while you pass, or eventually just make their way to another side of town. As you get to the front gate, a couple of the guards also begin to bark some words between each other, which you do not understand. While it does have the same sounds as many other languages that you have heard, they're probably speaking some sort of dialect here within the Archwood. As you make your way, eventually you find yourselves at the front door of a very peculiar building. which is just one large, quote-unquote, log, approximately 100 feet in length, 30 feet in diameter, and it's like laid on the side. It's not a real log, but it's built in that way, as if a very, very big tree a long time ago fell down, and the interior is opened up. Nice front door at the top, seems to, in the middle, and up top you see in total 3 different levels with windows all around, which is called... There we go. The Fallen Log Inn.
Yep, really?
Yep. Yeah, it really is.
Like the whole fallen log part,
Mm-hmm.
the whole it's built into a tree, and they were like, fuck, what was the name again?
Yeah, and look, dude, this is an entire city. There's a lot of information.
I'm fucking with you.
So, the Fallen Log Inn is straight out before you, as the guard seemingly steps off of his griffin, just pats it on the head a little bit, and then turns towards you. He billows his cloak a little bit, revealing that he also has these long knives strapped to both of his upper legs as he crosses his arms. Well, you were looking for an inn? Here it is.
Thank you very much. Allowed to enter? I try and open the door.
He steps forward and opens the door for you.
I walk in.
I follow.
And as we walk in, Hannah turns blue.
All right.
Dark blue.
As you enter the inn, you see that the lower level where you are on right now has the typical different tables set up about, and while approximately it would be like 9 or 10 in the evening, there's still a pretty hefty amount of people walking around, having drinks. But as soon as the door opens and they see a couple of strangers walk in, everything turns silent for a bit, as everybody is making eye contact with each other. From the bar at the far end, you do hear one voice eventually break the silence. He speaks. Welcome, small folk and all, to the Fallen Log Inn. Everybody go back to your drinks, nothing to see here. As at that moment they seem to listen to this person and go back to their drinks. At which moment a small band at the end also picks up and begins to strum their different instruments once more.
Does that always happen when new people arrive?
Mr. Ranger, thank you so much for leading them here. I will take over. So, I have some time. And the Ranger just pushes himself against the wall next to the front door, keeping an eye out on all of you. Right. Very well.
That's alright. We have nothing to hide.
Wow. No, there's pretty much no room at all to hide anything with you. You look like a half-elf.
I am. This is
Aren't
magic.
half-elves supposed to be, like, taller than me?
He's a halfling. He's even cuter now. And tinier.
Oh, God. What you see before you is seemingly the patron or the barkeep or whatever this individual might be, a gnome, with just a little bit of puffs of white hair made into like one puff up front, and also like a nice little white mustache and a white goatee. Still wearing its apron with a couple of stains of all sorts of different foods and drinks that he has probably been providing to the rest of town. Well now, you have struck this place at a weird hour, in a weird form. Can I help you?
Yes. First off, is there a table free?
Well, you can take that one over there. And now you can see that there are also strewn about a couple of smaller tables for folk like Iroh and himself, a gnome.
Awesome. It actually works now. Great.
Oh.
Yeah. Then we'll see you there in a bit, or do you have waiters going around?
I'll tend to you. Go ahead and make a perception check, Allison.
30.
Okay. Making a quick perception check around the room, you do see that there are 2 other waiters, but they are giving you the same weird stares that the rest of the locals are giving you right now.
Yeah, I figured. Thanks a lot. Then, we'll grab a seat.
Very well. Round of drinks to lubricate your throats.
Personally, not thirsty, but any of these people always drink. I look to the ranger. You must be hungry as well. Want to eat something?
I'm fine, thank you.
No worries. If you ever need anything, just let me know.
We'll take 3 big glasses of ciders, please.
Big glasses of cider?
We
You'll
hope
be
that
able
this
to-
wears off at a certain point.
Perhaps the cider will help. Who am I to judge? Coming right up. Take it easy, okay? Just wait for a second.
We'll be okay.
Allison, I would like you to go ahead and make a stealth check. And not really to hide yourself, but just to obscure your more vampiric features during all of this.
19. Not that well. Natural 4.
Alright.
Still 19 for basic person that might not be visible.
For a person
Maybe
that
a
is...
+1 from size.
You make your way to the table, and without long, the bartender arrives and sets down on your table. There we go. A couple of pints of cider from our very own Trunk Bell Brewery right here in town. So, might there be any other thing that I can help you with?
Yeah,
A little
actually.
bit out of tune.
Aro, could you elaborate on why we're here?
We are looking for a gnome.
All right. Well, I'm a gnome.
Yeah.
Name's Chipper. Hi.
I think I should have maybe led with something else. We are looking for a friend of mine who is traveling in these forests with a Karen.
Okay. And why are you looking for this individual?
He is my friend, and he's sick, and we need to help him.
All right. Look. No offense, but I feel like I'm missing a little bit of information here. Who are you guys exactly?
They're acting like they're drunk already.
Yeah.
I'm called Allison Artano. I'm from the Free Broken Isles. This is Aro Dornbeek. He's a monk from what monastery again?
From the Clearwater Monastery, just like my friend.
All right. So you're looking for a monk?
Yes.
Right. I'll see what I can find out for a moment. Okay. Be right back with you.
Yeah, thank you very much.
Okay. So.
And Ira looks at Hannah and Allison and just, I think this is going great.
Allison, you hear at this moment in your mind a voice of a telepathic fairy dragon speaking towards you. It says, "Ooh boy, you might want to get the heck out of Dodge. Look how he's looking. Look who he is walking towards." As you can see, Chipper walking towards the guard, the ranger.
I look up them. Like, is he okay? Very well. Well, I'm not really sure if we have I'm not sure if they want to arrest us out of nowhere. Can they?
He has now reached the ranger, who lurches forward and begins to listen a little bit.
Nice. Oh, sweet. I draw my spear and shit. Fuck, I'm not there.
You're not there.
Ha. Have fun.
Thanks.
Is there anything you would like to do at this moment?
Wait, Allison, did you say arrest?
Well, I'm not sure, but I feel like he's not looking to help us. He's looking to get us out of here, in a way. Do we want to stay here? Do we want to go?
Oh, well, we are really tiny, so I think they can just tackle us at some point.
I think we'll just sit it out and see what he brings.
I agree. I don't think they wouldn't just arrest us now, would they?
Probably.
All right. Then, as a couple of words are spoken towards this guard, his eyes widen as he gets his bow out, gets an arrow, and as he walks towards you, a couple of the patrons are moving their tables around as he knocks the arrow and points it towards you as he says, "By order of the Tree Speaker and the Forest Keeper, I arrest this vampiric filth that has tried to blemish our town with whatever filth he brought with him, and his companions who tried to sneak with him as well."
Put up my hands. You have the wrong impression, buddy.
Wait, sneak? We're not really sneaking,
Bare your
right?
fangs, vampire.
You should know that not.
I know enough.
I'm only very recently been cursed by this curse, and I can't really do anything about it. You know?
will hold your tongue. I will not have myself bewitched by any vampiric magics here today.
Can we speak to your manager?
Shut up.
Allison's carrying his way out.
The bartender rolled a natural 20 on its perception check.
Fair
Bother.
enough.
Yeah. All right, so are you guys letting yourself be handled? Yeah.
Yeah.
Can we
Alright.
just speak
I
to
am-
your boss?
Hard slap in the face.
That's difficult against a tiny creature.
Okay, hard slap in the face with the back of his foot.
Ow.
But are you guys letting this guard
Sure.
take you in? All right. Then in that case, as there is a lot of commotion all of a sudden in this inn, patrons are like thrown aback and ghastly, and eventually all of you are rounded up and left outside, where you can then see that a couple of other ranger guards are gathered there as well to accompany you. And at that moment, flanked from all sides, you are led away for now. While this is taking some time, all of you do hear a tiny voice in your head that says, "Well, aren't you all glad that you brought me around now? I'll get the big dragon."
Thank you.
For a moment,
I said, hold your tongue, vampire.
when you
really-
said big dragon, I thought that there was actually going to be a big dragon and not control.
He's getting his big brother.
Yeah.
Wait,
Really-
I'm sorry. They're not gonna go get me, are they?
Well, you're the only one that is not being apprehended right now.
Perfect.
So as the rest of the party are apprehended, recall, you eventually, as you are waiting at the carriers, like, man, this is taking long.
Hannah, you still
Middle
want
of
to
the
say
night.
something?
No.
Oh, sorry.
No, it's okay.
No? Okay. Middle of the night, boring. Small fairy dragon. Yeah, we got a situation over there.
What?
Yeah, apparently they didn't take kindly to Allison being a vampire, and given all of the weird circumstances, they are now arrested. So, yeah. How's your evening been going?
And you have seen all this.
Yeah, from afar.
Indy, you have already proven your worth to our group today.
Well, I don't mean to brag, but if you hadn't me around, didn't have me around, then well, all of you would be fucked right now. So,
What food do you like the most? I shall hunt for it day and night when we are done here.
like a varied diet. So if you could switch it up a little bit, like some meat, some berries, other fruits, whatever. Fish does it well as well.
We shall feed you all that you wish. For now, I must ask more of you. Is that okay?
Look, I'm not gonna fight some guards or anything. That's not my forte.
You shall not have to fight. But do as you have. Keep following the rest of the pack. Grakal will prepare.
Right. Because where I saw them last is 5 or more minutes flying from here, so I totally can find them again right now.
Maybe you can.
Okay. Double portions of rations for me. Alright?
It shall be more than that.
Fuck. What are you going to do in the meantime?
Grakal cracks his neck.
Grakal will make trouble. Maybe distract. Maybe grow big. Who knows?
Huh. Well, I think we're both gaining some ancients, so the magic might be wearing off little by little.
Yes. I shall go there.
And Grakal looks around at the horses I've bound to a tree
The
at this
horses-
point.
The horses are now... Oh, they were bound to a tree. Okay, yeah. So the horses are also slowly growing back into their normal forms.
Yeah.
The rope's getting a little bit tight around the neck. You turn towards them, loosen it a little bit so they can grow into them again.
Okay. So it... Yeah, in that case, Grakal will wait out for now because I really can't leave the stuff right now. The horses will choke or escape.
No, it was just a little bit of flavor. I'll say the horses could be fine if you wish it to be so.
Okay, fair enough. Okay, then Grakal will start going into the city. I will ask Indy to give me a rough description of where I should try and go.
He
But
does
in
so.
the meantime, he should just follow them from up high.
Look, it's gonna take some time for me to find them, if I find them again. I can lead you to where they were, but what is your plan exactly?
For now, point me in general direction. Find me when you have found them.
All right. And he
Follow
gives you...
the light to find me.
Oh boy. Are you gonna blow stuff up?
Perhaps.
Huh. Nice and chaotic. I like it. He flies off, and as he is flying through the air, he turns invisible once again. And he has given you directions at least to the Fallen Log Inn.
All right.
What do you do?
So Grakal starts going towards... Well, he starts going towards the village. Does it have a wall around it and a
Yes.
gate?
Yeah.
Okay.
It has a large wooden wall around it. It did have a gate, but when your companions found it, it was open. However, as you begin to track forward and
I
find...
do want to be... At this point, I'm making full use of my armor and my skills, so I'm being stealthy.
All right. With your enchanted armor to reflect sunlight around you, making it nice, sleek, and dark, go ahead and make a stealth check for me.
Or moonlight in this case.
Oh, yeah.
Where's my character sheet? There we go. Oh, I didn't add the item bonus yet. So, ooh, natural 19. Hi. So that gives us a 32.
All right. So, for the sake of this, as Allison and the rest of the party are being what you call processed, we will just take a yonder at you, Grikal. As you begin to stealth towards the city, you do realize that were there so many lights on top of the wall before I got there? Because as you get towards it, you don't notice, but your companions just walk through the wall as it was lightly guarded and the gate was pulled up. Right now, the gate is closed. There are guards up top, as apparently the alert level has been heightened a little bit now that a vampire and his minions have been found invading the town. You do see, however, well, go ahead and make a perception check for me.
14.
14. All right. You do see that there are.
I have scent.
You do smell that. No, it's not. I can't give you a lot of information, but what I can give you is like the basics. You do see that the gate has 2 towers on each side of it, which has some sort of bow-wielding warrior up top, keeping watch. And over the entire wall, there are people patrolling it. However, you do see that there are some pretty big holes in between the patrols. There are like stretches of 100 feet between like 2 torchbearers at times.
100 feet.
Yep.
Yeah, but that's still like seeing range if I do something overt. So
Just burn it all down. Just burn it all down.
yeah, the thing is, I'm thinking that, right? But I don't see a way. Grikal is pondering this over. Grikal is looking over yonder. He's hiding behind a log, which is slightly becoming not his size as Grikal grows. And he's thinking this over. He could go for the Grikal approach, TM, which is use Dragon Breath on the wooden wall and watch as the world burns down. But Grikal doesn't really see a part 2 to that plan, where the pack escapes. You know, like he's pondering this, and he really wants to do this, but it's not practical. So, and if he does something with fire right now, he'll stick out like a sore thumb as a red dragon. And they're on high alert right now because of a vampire. Okay, Grikal's gonna wait. Grikal's just gonna wait for daytime. He's gonna return to the carriage. He's gonna sleep off, hopefully, or wait off the shrink spell, and wait until daylight, because he thinks, you know, he'll be protected by Kuranao, but also they won't think he's also a vampire. Yeah, I think that's the best course of action right now. Sometimes it is better to do nothing instead of burning down a city. Okay.
Seems appropriate. You return to your carriage. Go ahead and make another perception check for me.
26.
26. As you move back towards the carriage, you see that it is no longer alone. There is another griffin rider standing, rummaging through your things. As it seems that while you were stalking your way towards the wall, probably some other guard was made aware of the presence of the cart, which another guard was sent out to investigate it.
Okay. Yeah, Grikal doesn't have that much foresight. So he's gonna draw his spear and shield.
Okay.
And he's gonna approach, and it's gonna look kind of funny because he's kind of tiny. He's just like, "What are you doing in my tent?"
You have been growing inches. Like with every few minutes that pass, you grow another inch. Like the magic is slowly fading away right now.
Now you're a kobold instead of a dragonborn.
Yeah, right now he's like a big kobold.
So yeah, I approach. I scream, in common. What brings you here, God?
He quickly turns around, mounts his griffin once again, gets out his bow, and then as you step forward, he said, "Who goes there?"
Grakal Unique of the pack.
Of the...
Who
Are
goes
you-
there?
Are you with the vampire?
Do you mean Allison?
By order of the tree speaker and the keeper of the forest, I arrest you, accomplice to the vampire. Drop your weapons to the ground.
Why?
Ellis notched at you.
I hold up my shield.
Why?
Because, well, you travel with a vampire. What do you think?
We travel with vampires to kill vampires.
What? That doesn't even make any...
We have
I am
slain
arresting
many
you.
vampires and evil beasts. We
I
are
am...
great heroes, slayer of the Maddox. How have you not heard of us?
I have no idea who you are, and I am a first ranger of the Archwood, and by command of my lord and lady, I arrest you.
Ranger of the Archwood, Schmarchwood.
I take a cue from Iroh.
You are. No, you do not arrest me, because I am Kuranau Unique Champion. Wait, Grakal Unique Champion of Kuranau, and I will not stand for this injustice.
I do not know of what god
I arrest
or
you!
deity is used. What? You don't have the weight of the law behind your words. I am commanded by a lord and lady of the Empire.
The
and
gods
you will
stand above
follow-
all.
What? But that...
Drop your weapon.
You drop your weapon!
Drop your weapon.
I am not gonna drop... You are gonna drop your weapon!
No.
Alright. All a perception check. We're gonna roll initiative.
Yeah, Grakal has no idea what's going on here. Like, no one is... I mean,
boy.
Allison has explained to him, don't tell everyone he's a vampire. Like, he's explained this, right?
Yeah.
Grakal doesn't still get the... How can
Yeah.
you be arrested for that? It
Right,
makes
so-
no sense. My perception is only a meager 17.
Let's
I
see.
feel like I did raise my shield, though.
You did raise your shield. Yeah, that seems very appropriate. So, with a 24, the Archwood Griffin Rider does take its turn before you. So, as he does so, he firstly commands his griffin to take off into the sky, and then he looks very intently at you, and you do feel some sort of shiver run down your spine as he uses its Hunt Prey ability. And then, with his last action, he is going to unload a arrow from his composite crossbow towards your general direction, which is going to be a 31 to hit.
31. That's an exact hit.
It's an exact hit. All right. So, with that, you take a total of 13 plus 8 is 21 points of piercing damage. As the first arrow finds this small, nice kink in your armor and punctures it nicely. I will order you again. Drop your weapons and follow me peacefully because, well, I told you I arrested you. And that's all he is going to do.
So he's flying?
Yeah, he's flying on top of his griffin, and right now, through this somewhat spacious forest space, he's just slowly starting to circle you. So he's just making one circle motion, so he can pepper you with arrows from above.
All right. Well, two can play that game. So Grakal has just been and the bolt just pierced his, just went right by the side of his shield, entering his the flesh of his arm through his armor, and he just looks at it, pulls back the shield, and breathes this intense, deep line of fire at the griffin.
At the
Targeting...
griffin.
Oh no, it's a line. I target them both.
Yeah,
because
so-
it's a line.
Okay,
They
so
both
he
make
can-
a reflex save.
Yeah, so normally he could, if it was an attack, he could defend his mount, but because it's an area of effect, they both get hit. So, the griffin rolls a natural 1,
Nice.
and reflex save, I think, right?
Yeah.
A 34 for the rider.
Damn.
All right, so the rider has a normal success, so he takes half damage, and the griffin takes double damage. For the record, the damage that I'm rolling is 7d6.
Oh, fuck.
So that starts us off with 13, and then another 3. Oh, that's better. 27. So that would be 13 on the guard, and 54 on the griffin.
Ooh. Damn. As the line of fire roars throughout the night sky and the forest lands, it hits the griffin and the rider completely, buffeting the wings a little bit, but it can barely still keep flight at this moment.
Ah, shit. How many feet away?
Right now, I would say he was like strafing you between 50 and 60 feet, something around that area. Because he's wielding a longbow, he needed to at least be away 30 feet from you, because that's how that weapon works.
Yeah, it's just that the range increment of my spear would make that a very difficult attack. That's a -2 per range increment or something, right? Yeah.
What you gonna do?
I'm gonna for now just stay defensive.
By the way, you haven't demoralized him yet.
Oh yeah, that is true actually. Thanks for reminding me. Is that something I'm still allowed to do? Yeah?
I most certainly will allow this.
Oh, sweet. Alright, so I demoralize the guard. For a 29 against his will DC.
Ooh, then 25. He is indeed demoralized.
Sweet. So frightened 1.
Oh, yeah.
And I guess I will try and... No, I'm going to raise my shield. I'm going to play it safe. So I will raise my shield, wait for his next action.
All right. As his griffin is almost toasted by one action from you, he looks towards you, looks towards the town, and courses with his griffin towards the town. Having a little bit of trouble of steering, but he is running away towards the city. However, as he does this, he does turn towards you for a moment, concentrates on the hunt prey, and then unleashes another bolt in your general direction, which is going to be a 23 this time, so I think that misses.
23 misses, yeah. Alright, so that means he's only spent 2 actions moving away from me.
He needed 1 action to command his mount to use 2 actions. So
Okay.
right now the mount is flying away at a pace of 60 feet. So right now he would be like between 150 and 180 feet away from you.
Oh,
Just like
damn.
beelining it towards the city, like, fuck this! Yeah, he can't take you down, man, and he realizes it.
It's basically already out of my range.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Okay. So, Gurkal sees him fly off. And... yeah, Indy is not here. I got nothing. So, Gurkal just puts his spear in the ground and his shield. And he runs as quickly as he can. He unstraps his chest plate just to lose some weight. He runs as fast as he can towards the carriage, and he starts grabbing a shovel, and he's gonna start digging holes all around, different holes all around the carriage as quick as he can, as many as he can, and cover them with leaves, so that if any griffins, I mean, their support is really important. If they try to land around him, and he's lucky, they might burst into one of the holes, break an ankle or something.
So you're gonna try and make like small pitfall traps?
Yeah.
All right.
That's Gurkal's first instinct, because he knows he will be under siege in 30 minutes? I don't know. So he's gonna try and dig like 5 or 6 holes around him, hopefully get something going.
Okay, go ahead and make a crafting check for me.
Perfect. That's a 17 for a total of 23. No?
23.
Yeah, 23.
Okay. You haphazardly, quickly begin to construct these like small pits around the carriage, begin to fortify your position. There are a lot of dead leaves strewn around as autumn is upon us, so you can cover them up quickly, nicely. As you were doing this, it took some time for you to get towards the wall, to realize what was going on, to turn back. In the meantime, the rest of the party are being escorted. You guys are making your way through the Outer Grove district
Downtown?
into another district that is called, you guessed it, the Inner Grove district, until eventually you come upon that inner space. As you are being flanked by a couple of guards, you are led to another gate, entering this inner district, the old, I'm saying that correctly? The Old Oak district? Yeah, the Old Oak district. Where you can see that on the southern eastern side, there is a small lake that is also cradling this inner district. However, where you are led to is one of these other gigantic oak trees. This one being completely, I want to say overgrown, but it's overbuilt with all different kinds of wooden structures, fortified positions all around this gigantic oak tree, the size of the Deku tree from Zelda, like 30, 40 feet diameter, gigantic roots opening up like this lower space underneath the roots, which is also completely built shut, a fortress being built around this gigantic tree. And eventually, as you are led towards this location, you also see like different signposts pointing toward what seems to be called the Oaken Throne. Here, every time you try to speak up, you are silenced, and eventually you are led underground into the dungeons, where you can find a similar locale that you had found in the town of Bromilia, where the dungeon itself is just like excavated out of the dirt itself. No real stonework to support it, except eventually for the jail cells that do seem to be constructed out of metal bars that are jetted into the loose dirt. Here, in the dungeon of the Oaken Throne, the pack members are pushed inside. You are disarmed and disequipped from your belongings, if you let them so. Everything except for the clothes that you are wearing. So given that, well, no, I don't think that a lot of you are wearing a lot of armor.
Nope.
So your armor sets, I will say, are left on your person, because like the most impactful armor set is like the studded leather from Zell, and that's still like normal clothes. But your staves are taken away from you, your weapons, your hand reps are also taken away. And eventually, as you are seated there, the guard that is put at your station says to all of you, "Tomorrow, we will see what the Lordy and Lady decide will happen with you."
You have your right, I suppose.
So I have a plan.
All right.
Okay. I'm very sorry, but I think we have to kill Allison. Because he'll just evaporate, go back to his coffin, be outside of prison.
There's no vampire anymore then.
Right now, you guys are in a jail cell, the four of you, I believe. Yeah. Well, and Melo. Melo is there also. Melo is put in like another small kennel cage. You know?
And then accuse the guards who arrested you of doing drugs. It's like, there was no vampire. They just came up and arrested us.
Yeah.
It's because I'm a halfling.
I can already see how Lenore is on the outside of the prison, just sitting by the window. And I'm just staring at Lenore like, oh, enjoy your freedom, but
And Lenore's staring back like, man, this pet of mine is taking so much effort. Fuck.
Is it even worth it?
Yeah, Lenore begins to doubt that at this point. However, you are seated in the cage. Iroh, you have this thought running through your mind.
Timing. Okay. Guys, I have an idea, but Addison, you're not gonna like this.
Hey,
Is the guard
Shut
away?
the fuck up.
Okay.
Hey, the guard is just standing there.
You got any nice stories to tell?
Well, this one time, I was fighting a big dragon. And Iroh goes to tell a whole story that is very much not true.
Go ahead and make a deception check.
That's actually a 32.
The guard seems to believe it.
And that's how I became king in this little castle.
The guard thinks to himself, man, these vampire minions really had a life before all of this.
So, guard, tomorrow will be... Is there a trial? Is there anything else?
There will be a trial, yes.
Good.
The Lord and Lady will decide what happens with you. But know that your infiltration has failed.
There's never been any infiltration.
Sure.
You have my possessions. Is there anything in there that claims anything that we want to do here?
I'm not gonna look through your possessions.
Why not?
Well, I agree to... I accept the offer of privacy.
They do not belong to me or any of my men. They are of no interest.
Very well. Well,
After law has been spoken, we shall see what happens to you and your possessions.
okay, so how often do vampires wander in these woods, I suppose?
None ever do. But then again, none were ever as stupid as you.
Might it ever reach your thought that not all creatures are evil?
Says the vampire
Mm-hmm.
that diminished himself and then wished to run around on their own seeking information in the middle of the night? Yeah.
We asked to be brought to a tavern
You
under
did it.
surveillance.
Can I cast a spell without him actually knowing that I am casting
No.
a spell?
No.
There are certain feats. There are certain feats that you can take in one way or another to make it more
Conceal
stealthy
spell.
to cast spells, but you don't have those at the ready at this moment. Perhaps in the future, you can still try to cast a spell.
Have we done any harm so far? Have we done anything at all?
No, so just sit tight, and tomorrow we will see what comes from you. We are not just gonna let a vampire roam the streets of our beautiful city unchecked. Who knows what would have happened if we had let you have your way?
He would have been drinking like 3 ciders. I think that would have been it.
And who says what blood you would have been drinking? At this
Don't
moment,
drink.
he looks to the side as another guard comes walking in, still like giving you an evil eye. He walks over, gets a couple of whispers in the ear. Well, you were here just searching information now, was it?
Mm-hmm.
You'll be happy to know that your companion is still fighting. But we will apprehend him soon enough.
In the meantime, just a little update. So after Grakal has done a few pitfalls, he's gonna prop up inside the tent, just a little humanoid-shaped figure, and then he will stealth around to, I don't know, are we on the south side of the
Yeah, you're on the south side of the
Yeah.
city.
So he's gonna turn around to, I don't know, the west side. He's gonna, go around and stealth around to the wall there. So he's gonna just
You're just gonna leave this entire
to the
place?
horses. I don't care. The bag of holding is with Hannah, and that's like our most. So
As a survivalist, you would realize that that you are leaving tracks.
Yeah.
Do you wish to do something about that?
No. By the time they find me, by the time they start tracking me, I'll hopefully already achieve my goal, which is to find the rest of the pack and break them out violently.
Oh,
Very
bother.
well. Go ahead and make a stealth check as you leave this place. Indeed, after half an hour, no Griffin riders are upon you at this moment,
Nice.
so you can make your way.
And I've set up a little prop call, so they'll think like, oh, there he is, shoot him with bolts.
Yeah.
Like, they'll
There's
waste the whole 10-15 minutes on shooting him.
Of course
and
they
in
will.
the meantime, I'll be burning down their homes. Natural 16. That is a total of 29 on my stealth check.
Nice. And silent as the night itself, you make your way through the forest and eventually curving up towards the southeast or southwestern side. What was it?
Southwest. Let's go
Southwest?
southwest.
Sure.
I don't know. Or no, wait. Whichever is closer to where kind of Indy pointed me to. I don't know if that was south or east or west.
Go ahead and make a perception check for me real quick.
15.
15. All right. Then you would guess that it is the right side. So you're going to the southwestern side then.
Okay, the right is in the correct. Okay, yeah.
No, not the right, but like the right versus the left side.
Oh, there we go. Okay,
Yeah.
so either way, I go west then.
Yeah, you're going to the southwestern side of the city. Jesus,
Perfect.
this entire situation is so bonkers. Oh my god!
No. We're just like Hannah and the Druid. It's a thing now.
Like I had like ideas of what might have happened, and then you guys got turned little, and then this, and now okay, I guess we're having a prison break.
Yeah. No. We're having anarchy, and I don't know. Who knows? Like Gurkal will arrest. Like I think I realized something just now. I'm sorry. I'll return the scene back to you guys in a second. I think I realized something. Gurkal doesn't know what arrest means. Like no one's ever used that term during any of our. So I think he doesn't know what it means. So when he was screaming it back at him, he was just screaming it back at him. So I think that's actually part of the hilarity here. All right, back to the prison then.
Okay. Fair warning. Recall might probably do something stupid. He's
Trying to disown your companion already?
not disowning. I'm just putting the truth out there. He's not from this world. He's from Wildgrove. He's not really used to civilization as much yet. Hardly speaks the language. I'm not sure what he's gonna do, but if the guards have been taunting him, then he might have been defensive. Might have been.
Go ahead and make a diplomacy check.
The question is, who drew first blood?
That's a 31.
31. Don't seem to be keeping your minions in check now, are we, vampire?
For the record, I've actually never been drinking human blood before, ever. Ever?
He does look at you a little bit questioning. I'll carry the 31 of your diplomacy check to this sentence as well. It doesn't matter. Tomorrow, law will be spoken.
As long as there's a fair trial, I'm okay with everything.
And we will find out what your companion is doing before long.
Do you guys follow Melora around here? Because this is a kind of nature spot, right?
We follow the Tree Father.
Damn it.
We are proud followers of Sylvanus, the true Lord of Nature. And he puts his insignia.
Well, that's just offensive.
Yeah. One thing. So.
Great.
I'm not sure what you expect to see in this small little group here, but would a vampire have a minion that's a druid?
Yes, seems very fitting to mask your own intentions.
This is...
Yeah, I'm at a loss here, guys.
Yeah. This is a very, very long reach you're going for right now.
What would you do? A vampire just struts inside your town?
Yeah, no, I it's fair. It's fair that you guys arrested it, but I hope there's a fair trial as well, because we didn't even try to fight you guys. That should say something.
Well, your companion just did.
Yes, but he's a tribal warrior. What can you expect of someone that's being assaulted?
Okay, so my thoughts are a stretch, but your excuses are...
No, it's not. We're just saying that he doesn't know where we are, so he's probably stressed and protecting our carriage, probably.
Look.
You see, our companion is kind of like a kid. He likes to wrestle a bit, he is protective, and he doesn't really know how to act in social situations.
Hannah and Iroh also make diplomacy checks at this point.
Oh, I have this thing called Hannah's cute.
Yeah. You're officially cute, so you can make two.
The feat is called Hannah's cute. I love it.
Mm-hmm. That's her official name.
A 23.
23. All right.
I got a 20 on the Hannah's cute.
20 total.
Yeah.
Okay.
And that's not really that great. 19 on the other one.
Those are indeed not great checks.
No.
So, look, it doesn't matter. The only thing that matters is that if you are really in the up and up, then everything will be taken care of tomorrow during trial. We cannot just allow suspicious individuals.
Fair enough. Okay, let me ask one thing. Not about us, but about Krakal. If he does anything stupid, which he might, I'm not sure of, try and not kill him. Just try and see reason that he is not comprehending the situation here, and bring him in and put him to a fair trial as well. That's all I'm asking.
Fine. You are correct in what you said. You did cooperate with the law up until now. If he is indeed not of this realm, I will send word to my companions.
Thank you very much. Just, maybe you should just let him know that you can say our names, Allison, Iroh, Hannah, we're fine.
You can call us the pack.
The pack is fine. And you can just tell him that you guys just want to talk, and then he might just cooperate and walk with you, and then we can just have a fair trial, okay? That would be very nice.
Oh, I might have something that could help you if I still have it. I probably have. There's a leaf with the Melora sign on it. I want to give it to them so they can show it to Grakal, so Grakal knows that we are safe.
He walks over to like the chest where all your belongings are put into, and he asks, "Do I have your permission to go through your things then?"
Yes.
All right. He opens up the chest, runs you through them. Do you mean this?
Yeah.
All right. At which moment, another guard walks up to him, like down the wooden stairs. Ding, 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 ding. Walks up to him, like speaks a little bit with him. Okay. But first, he speaks all the words that you told him. Okay. Now, then, what is it? He hands over a ledger to the guard.
Yeah.
The ledger is opened up. You are Iro Sispa, aren't you?
No!
And that's where we'll end today's session, bitches. Yep.
Fuck!
Yeah, I saw that one coming. I saw that one
Oh
coming.
no!
The
I
information
totally did
network-
not see that coming.
The information network of the Empire is very well kept.
Oh,
And now that a band of weird people that all fit the descriptions of those people that way back before tricked an entire town into marching to war.
Wait, no! They, Allison and Hannah aren't on that. So
Oh,
it's
now you
just
are?
Arrow.
Now we
Oh no,
were.
no, now you are because you
Oh,
attacked
fuck.
bounty hunters that try to apprehend you.
Dang it, we should
Iro
kill
and
them.
Nicole.
but that's
You
a
are
whole different
all-
person.
You guys wanted to be merciful here. I don't know what the dealio was, but that's on you.
But Iro Sifspa is a whole different person.
Oh god.
I'm looking forward to this trial.
This is
Yep.
amazing.
Wow.
So this is really an old mistake. And as I remember, I so remember as that was happening, as Iro was lying his way through everything with Krikal there, I was so thinking like, fuck, no. Oh, this is really funny, and I'm gonna help him with this, but no, why are we doing this?
Yeah, I'm sorry, guys. You didn't try to like cloak or like get Allison to be whatever. Like he didn't go stealthily at all. So
I said
eventually
this
they
in
saw he
chat.
was a vampire, and that roused a lot of suspicion.
I said this in chat as well. I, to be honest, totally forgot that Allison being a vampire was a bad thing, because we have had so many interactions where we kind of worked our way through it, and now all of the sudden I totally forgot. And then when they said, "Oh, he's a vampire," I was like,
Yeah.
"Oh yes, that's true."
These
You're
people,
like, fuck.
Yeah.
these people are
Same.
protectors of the woods, and you, out of nowhere, used very powerful magic to just get on their front doorstep in the middle of the night. Also asking like, "Hey, let's keep it on the down low and let's not let anybody know that we're here." Like, what's going on here?
That's not specifically what we said. We just didn't want to
Well,
bother anyone.
Yeah, but that piling on all the other
Yeah.
things that you said that didn't
It so
come
makes
over.
sense.
As well.
It
Yeah.
makes so much
No,
sense.
this was fucking beautiful. This was just a cascade of player slip ups and just bad luck. And it's totally worth it because it's how these things go.
There were so many points where things could have turned the entire other way, because the Griffin, for example, that you hit had 6 hit points left.
Yeah.
So if you made your attack, then the Griffin would be felled, and then you had like the Ranger as perhaps a hostage or whatever you wanted to do with him.
Yeah, I was so considering it, throwing my spear, but if I missed, I figured I would make myself so vulnerable to attack without my shield raised.
Yeah.
It was a tough decision, but I didn't want to kill either. It was more of a warning shot as well.
And chat also fucked you guys over because you were also tiny, which was like even another strangeness added to the mix. You were just weird travelers.
That's perfect. Perfect.
Yeah.
I like the session. It was great. All the flirting with Hannah.
Yeah. So I guess that we have to put the search for Dagwood on hold just a tiny bit longer, as the pack needs to
Go to court.
go to court, yeah,
Yeah.
and make sure that they aren't, doing the rest of their lives community service in some way or another.
We're going to
Well,
court for the third time, but now an actual court.
Yeah, but now actual court. And like,
I don't know, guys.
in, like,
I
the
see
worst
a
way.
wall built of wood. That's not a good defense.
Well,
Not against Grikal.
Before we leave, then, I will give you this recall. As you make your way towards the edge of the city, you encounter the inland lake, which eventually enters into the inner district of this entire city. So if you want, you can just like swim across the lake and enter the city in that way as well.
Oh, perfect. Oh, excellent. I was thinking scaling towers and walls, but Grikal's a good swimmer. Yeah. Let's go for it.
Wait. You're
Yeah, I'm a nice little sewer
Oh
rat.
my
I'm
God.
gonna swim into your city. I'm gonna climb out of the water and I'm gonna go roar, see me burn.
But I guess this was gonna happen eventually, right? So Iroh, that was just gonna happen. Vampirism's just gonna happen. Yeah, it's great.
Well,
Okay.
eventually, like you guys could have kept a low profile,
Yeah.
but this time around you didn't. And coming upon this city, which is, as you probably have realized, very suspicious and perhaps a little bit racist, then problems begin to pile up very, very quickly. And then eventually they get that one piece of information that they got through the information network of the Empire. Like, hey, an elf, a ladron, dragonborn, and a halfling. Huh. Peculiar gang.
This is gonna be so much fun. Oh my god, what if... I mean, we're gonna have so many wild magic... Oh my god, we're gonna have so many wild magic surges during the Prisoner Quest.
Next session is going to be the court, and we are going to have the 90% off of all the Llama Point things.
Oh, please let there
what
be
if
another
he's-
devil. Please
We're
let there be another
Stormlord or
devil.
something.
Oh,
We're
that
just
would
like,
be-
We're just like, yeah, you guys deal with him. We're gonna run
Hold
off now.
Although, if there's going to be a devil contract, we can automatically get that annulled when we are in court. I mean, there are jurors, there are lawyers. We'll probably figure it out.
Yeah, standing there like, no, we're the good guys, really. I, as a devil, accept this contract. Devil bamps away again.
Fuck.
Timing,
Objection.
Constance. I told you about this. Yeah.
Okay, so next session will be not Pathfinder 2nd edition, but Ace Attorney. So, yeah. My god, what a chaotic session. My words have been emptied out since, like, we came back from the break, and I have been, like, falling over my words the entire time because I have no idea what's going on.
Yeah, it's okay. It's
I
okay.
hope to get them back before next session. So,
All right, so
Everybody-
close your oral faucets and let's enjoy the last hour of our weekend.
Yeah,
Like the plan.
be there next week because then havoc needs to be wrought by the use of our Llama Points with 90% off. Enjoy the last hour of your weekend. Good luck this week. Go survive it. And we love you and bye-bye.